There we go. Okay, so we're recording now. Now, last week we covered the new system that we've got in place. Personally for myself, I'm seeing some fantastic results this week, and just following the system that we rolled out to you guys. So far that I'm having at least one order a day just from the consistent activity. Now, do you know, that's good, and it helps you. And the more that you build up that momentum, you'll get more than one order a day. In fact, yesterday I got 2 orders, so it is just building that momentum going. So keep at it. But this time we're going to be talking about the system for success on sponsoring. And again, it is a system that's much more simple and will have a massive impact on your business. Team building, as we know, is the best way to build your business and to increase your income, giving you that all-important residual income. And for those that don't know what a residual income is, it basically means that you can stop working and you'll still get paid. You can lie in your bed and you'll still get paid. So that's why most of us are in this business, because we want that residual income. We want to be able to retire early, you know, not at the standard age that people should retire at. We want to be able to do it on our terms. But the first thing we need to do in order to team build is we need to find people to speak to about our amazing opportunity. It doesn't matter who you speak to everybody. Your warm market, Facebook, 3-foot rule, flyers, shop ads, it's all rods in the pond. They all work, so why not use them all? Do you know, I recently just bought shop ads from the Big One event and about to get business cards printed. So make sure you've got a stock of them and just get them out everywhere you go. But tonight we're actually going to talk about the Facebook system. And this is, again, been tried and tested, and it's a system that we are now adopting. So the system is quite literally post a minimum of 2 recruitment posts to Marketplace, and then share those posts to a minimum of 10 groups. That's it. You can post more recruitment posts if you want to. You can post to more than 10 groups if you want to. That's entirely up to yourself. But these are the numbers that we will work with. You'll then have your first message, which is the initial response, and 3 further follow-ups, and we're going to go through all of these. I would recommend that you have a second Facebook profile. It is allowed via Facebook. You can have one that's personal and one that's for that they say for work. So you can have 2, but as always, just build up your activity levels on your second profile. So some examples of adverts. Now, less is more, and I'm finding that less is more, rather than big spiels when you're posting an advert. So these are just some examples of adverts that I've used, and I've just used them on PicCollage or PhotoGrid. So right in the middle there, you can see it's just a collage of real life items, and then just a little spiel on the advert itself. But the rest of the pictures that you're going to see are literally everything's on the picture, and all I need to write when I'm posting it to Marketplace is message me for more info, or genuine applicants only, or, you know, serious inquiries only, something along the lines. It's just one line. But again, it's just some pictures of the items, or you've got one that's off a smartphone. So, you know, you're looking for people that maybe want to just work from their phone so they can work on the go. Some other examples, again, a collage of items, but again, it's on a pick collage rather than just with the writing on it. And it really is just really simple. Online distributors wanted work from home around existing commitments. Send me a message for more info. These adverts are working really well, guys. This one, online retail, is just a little clip art picture of somebody working from home. And this one is the same as that blue one, but I just changed the colour so I can post it again on Marketplace. Now, these simple ones are working really well. Yesterday, I actually got 16 leads yesterday from just these 2 adverts. And what I do personally, I do all my posting at night time. I post my 2 recruitment posts about 10, 11 o'clock at night, post up my 10 more groups. When I wake up in the morning, I've got notifications on my second profile, and I just work through those messages. But your initial response, now I'm not going to tell you what you need to write word for word, because that's how we get messages blocked, which we've found in the past. So I'm just going to give you a rough guideline of what you need to be putting in your messages. So your initial response is just basic info, very, very basic info. No group, no nothing. Just, this is how we work online. It's on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Have a look at the web, the videos. If you've got your own 1-2-3 website, fantastic. Pop that in to get them to go and look at it. Use the 10 steps link at the moment. We are currently building a proper information website, which will be available to the whole team. And then all you need to pop at the bottom is just reply next step once you've watched the videos. And then obviously your name. That's it. Very, very basic. And just an example there. So that one just says, I can't see it, 2 seconds. I've got a very temperamental laptop, guys. Okay, so this one just says, hi Chloe, thanks for responding to my advert. If you go to Navi's My 1-2-3 website and watch a short video which will explain how it all works. The product range can be seen here also. Online, mainly Facebook, is a new way of promoting and selling our range, and we are getting fantastic results. If you'd like to join or want more information, please reply with next step. That's it. Very, very simple. But one top tip I'll give you is always try to tag the lead's name in the message to ensure that they will see it. Obviously, because you're using Marketplace and sharing to external groups through Marketplace, they're now going on as buying like a selling post. So people do have the option to message sellers, which then comes through as a post like that, workfromhome.20. So that's your first response. If you've not heard from them after 24 hours maximum, don't leave it any longer than 24 hours, send them another message. This is your first follow-up. So, and all you really want to ask them is, have they watched the video? Have they any questions? That's all your first follow-up is. And there you go, there's an example. Actually, it was somebody called Jenny. Hi Jenny, have you managed to watch the video? If yes, have you any questions, Laura? So there you go. That is very, very basic for your first follow-up. Your second follow-up is another 24 hours later, so the second day, third day. So all you're wanting to do on this follow-up is just explain how the products are sold. Send a link to your group at this point. Tell them that the company is 90-year-old or 90-plus-year-old or almost 95-year-old next month. And tell them how much you earned in your first 4 weeks and how long ago that was. Give them a little bit of your background at that point. So just a little example there. Again, this was from a lead called Louise. I'm telling you, we're getting loads of doublers in our team. So, hi Louise, here is how I sell some of my products. I also use Facebook Marketplace. It can all be done from your phone. This really is a genuine opportunity. 90 plus years old company. My first 4 weeks I earned £252 and that was 3 years ago with a link to my group. Pretty sure you'll love the products. So you can see there when I pop the link in, it then gives you the cover picture so they can see products. There's products batting them in the face straight away. And it makes them, and you know, from that I've had quite a few join the group. Now, they might not respond to that either, which is absolutely fine, but they're then just going to send one more follow-up, and this is your final one that you send. So you're wanting to say in your final follow-up, and again, this is 24 hours later, sorry, I should have popped that on. Thank them for showing an interest in the advert. Let them know that they can contact you in the future. Let them know where they can find you. Pop your group name there, but don't put your link because you've already done it on the follow-up before. Ask them if they know anybody who may be interested. It might not be for them, but they might know somebody it would suit. And again, explain your story briefly. So how long you've been in the business? Are you still currently working? Are you doing this around kids? Do you know, are you doing it around a full-time job? Are you doing it around kids? What was your first 4-week income? Let them know potential earnings as well. So if you've already got a team, let them know your average team's incomes, and let them know, you know, that the income can exceed that as well. And then archive the message. Get rid of the message. Don't delete it, archive it, because in that way, if they do respond to you, you've got a history of the messages that have already been sent. So just a little example, because I've not done my fourth follow-up or my third follow-up just yet. I'm just about to do them. So I've got these saved on a notes folder in my phone, so I just need to copy and paste, which is a lot easier. So thanks for showing an interest. If you consider this in the future, please message me. You can find me on my Facebook group, Laura's Brilliant Bargains. If you know anyone who may be interested, please point them in my direction. It is a genuine opportunity, and I have been involved for 3 years and do it around my 2 young kids. In my first 4 weeks, I earned £252, and I now have a team of people earning anything from £300 a month to £1,000 per a month part-time. Full-time members are earning much more. Kind regards, Laura. There you go. Very, very simple. And from that, I must say, I have done some of these last follow-ups, and it's been the last follow-up that people have actually responded. But sometimes it's been the third follow-up where I've sent them the group link that people have responded. In fact, I'm still speaking to somebody today after doing the second follow-up with them, and she's still asking me loads and loads of questions, which is good because you're then exposing them to the business, and that's what you want. You want that exposure there. The process should only take 4 days from initial response to the final follow-up. So you've generated your lead, you've got your initial response, you've got your first follow-up, your second follow-up, and then your final follow-up. It's as simple as that. It really is very, very simple, and you can keep track because you're just going through your messages, having a look at to see what your last message was that you sent, and then you know what message to send next. If the lead has replied, next step though. Now this is, again, very, very simple. You're just asking them one question. Have they any questions? That's it. Because obviously if they've watched the videos, I'm pretty sure they're going to have some questions, i.e. the best one I get asked all the time is there a setup? Is there a startup cost? Is there an outlay? That's one of the first questions I always get. But answer their questions, but don't end it there. Finish with a question to them. So build a rapport. I'll show you an example. Answer questions and finish with a question. So always ask them a question. So for example, they could say to you, you could say, have you any questions? And they could go, yes, how much does it cost? Let them know how much it costs, but also say to them, do you know, it's £20 to get started. Most people make that back in their first few days. It's all about the words that you use, the magic words. And then ask them a question. What do you do at the moment? Always end that message with a question to them. Build a rapport with the person and relate to the person. And offer a link to your group. If they're genuinely interested, they'll want to see how it all works online. Don't worry if your group isn't very active or it's, you know, you've not long started yourself. Be honest with the person. You know, you're better to be honest with them now than send them to somebody else's group and then them joining and finding out that, you know, that you've only been in a couple of weeks yourself. Just be completely honest with them. Keep the conversation going. Don't just end it abruptly. So there's an example of a girl I've been speaking to over the last few days actually. She was like, is there a setup cost and how does it work? Do you give out catalogues, etc.? So I just replied, there is a start-off fee of £20, which most people make back in the first few days. You can either do this online using Facebook and or using catalogues in your local area. What do you do at the moment? Turns out this girl is she's on maternity leave. Her little boy's only 10 weeks old. How cute. And she's just looking for something extra, really. So still chatting away to her, and we've just literally sent her over the registration. So top tip, find out more about your leads before sending them any registration link. Do they want to do online or catalogues or both? Determine what kit you want to offer them. Although there's £20, if they turn around and then say to you, well, I'd be quite interested in the catalogues, let them know that there's other kits that are slightly more expensive, but give them the benefits of it. And if they find that that's out with their sort of budget, then explain to them that they can earn up to 250 catalogues for free on the £20 kit. But then it's your job to help them get to that amount, which is something we will cover on a later webinar. So the registration link. Now, I know a lot of us were using the quick sign-up links, but the quick sign-up links aren't any quicker for the lead. It's just quicker for us as a team builder. That's all it is. All we're doing is sending them a link. The lead has to then click on the link, fill in their email address and their name. They then need to click next. That then sends them another email, which is a registration invite. So it's not any quicker. In fact, it's longer, and it actually I have a few problems can arise from that, because it works to our advantage if we send a registration invite ourselves. That way we can overcome any of the challenges that otherwise we put a lead off. So you'll find through Facebook, you're going to find people that have maybe already spoken to others in the network, but they've never fully went ahead with that sign up. So their email address could already be registered with CleanEasy. Now, if we get their email address from them and we enter the details and we find that the address is already used, we can then phone the service centre and get that email address removed from the system, so we can then go ahead with the sign up. So, but if we were saying using the quick sign up link, for instance, and they go to put their email address on and it comes up, you know, already registered, they start thinking, oh, well, what have I done? You know, I've not registered. They might never get back to you. So it just saves a lot of faffing about. So ask them for their email address and then just fill in their basic details on the registration site. And all you're needing to do is just their email address, what kit is they're joining on, and their name, first and second name. That's it. Don't worry about too much about spellings and stuff, because they then have the option, the opportunity to correct anything, and they can add in the rest of their details when they click on the registration link. And then all you're doing is send them the link, and then let them know that you've sent them the invite. Advise them to check their junk mail, and advise if they've got any problems during the registration process, or there's anything that they don't understand, to let you know so you can help them with it. Because there is some questions in the registration process that can be quite off-putting. That I know there's quite a bit of a to-do with some of the leaders trying to get the questions removed, but they can be quite misleading. So just let them know that you are there if there's any problems. Now, what I will say is focus on the activity, not the results. Too much, I think, with systems that, when Facebook recruiting first got rolled out, we were focusing on the results, not the activity. We were focusing on all the posts getting out, but we weren't focusing on how many people we should be speaking to every day. I suggest that you aim for a minimum of 15 people a day to speak to. And if you're nowhere near the 15, say about this time of night, or about 8, 9 at night, then do more. Put more posts out, get the rest of the leads, make up those numbers. And if you don't make up those numbers to say today, then you add them to tomorrow's quota and just keep going. Success doesn't come from that which you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. Now, it's the same with everything. Do you know, everything takes time, but you need that consistency there. You will not get momentum if you're not consistent. And it's the same with your retail, it's the same with the sponsoring. If you aim for 15 leads a day, within 4 to 6 weeks, you will have at least sponsored one person. I can guarantee you that, but you need to be consistent with it. Absolutely consistent. So that's the end of the slides. I am going to stop recording before